Don't see the I formation much, and now they'll break out of it. Rainey in motion. Lule will follow the crowd and score. Touchdown, Travis Lule. Touchdown of the year for the 8-year vet.
Travis Lule, the veteran, Chris. He knows that Winston Venable not only just sprinted to catch Rainey from behind, had to be tired, but had been out there for this entire drive and went over that side, met Venable, and the hole spun off a tackle. I don't see Winston Venable miss tackles on the goal line like that very often, but the veteran went after the guy who was so fatigued. He's still got his hands on his hips, trying to catch his breath.
So the Lions offense gave up a touchdown on the first possession. Get it back. Leone adds the extra point. And they're back up by 18 midway through the third quarter. A touchdown drive of 12 plays. Perhaps the most memorable. A couple of straight arms.
Out of here.
By Manny Arsenault.
Look,
one more.
Out of here.
12 plays, 76 yards. A big second down and 20 conversion.
Well, it starts with once again Manny Arsenault and Burnham on this play. The extra effort right at the end of it, Chris, right there to push forward, get the extra 2 yards. That moved the chain on 2nd and 20. Chris Rainey outside to the sideline, caught from behind, but not until he got to the 1, and then Travis Lule finished it off.
Here's Sammy Jaguar on the return. And Ryan Phillips meets him around the 40-yard line. First time we've seen the Alouettes offense in the second half, and it comes with just over 7 minutes remaining.
Hey, JJ, tell me why we win.
Lule admiring the work of the Lions offense on the last drive.
Likely looking at some plays to go and help Jonathan Jennings.
And what a great resource. And
absolutely. Another coach.
Gets loud here. And Cato in trouble, just got it away. And Sutton up to the 48-yard line has close to 8. Adam Big Hill looked like he got nicked on the play.
Just took him a second. He's good. There he gave you the little head shake. 2 linebackers, Chris, on pace for over 100 tackles. Adam Big Hill and Solomon Elimimian has never been done in the CFL. 2-on-1 team.
Team 100's got 100 in their focus. And off on 2nd and 2, and not going anywhere this time. Bazzi wrapping up Terrell Sutton. Ryan Phillips helped fill the hole. And the punt team has to come on.
Big Hill, a little slow to get up, and then once he was up, said, okay, time to play again. Goes up over top the pile.
Gets in on the act.
Trying to rip the ball out from Terrell Sutton. Boy, they take turns having big games. It's been Solomon Elimimian of late, but early in the season, Big Hill was carrying the load, doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
4-2-0 to the game. And a 2-0 on their first and only possession. Westerman almost got the block. Decent kick by Farah. 47-yarder. And the return up beyond the 20-yard line. But the defense gets the job done early, and number 44 always in the middle of the play. Team 100s combined for 9 tackles tonight, en route to over 100 each. And with more, let's head back to the sidelines. Lee Jones.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Solomon Elimimian coming off that 14 tackles in a game, which of course is a team record last week. Pretty impressive considering there was a time earlier this year where Elimimian wasn't sure if he would return to his normal self. He admitted during training camp and the first few weeks this season he lost a bit of confidence because of the Achilles injury he suffered last season. But he kept on working hard. He talked to his father as well, who told him to keep the faith and keep working hard, and he would eventually turn back to normal. And guys, he seems he is back to his elite self.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yep, 76 tackles now in the year. He's 2 off the league lead of Bear Woods, and that's right up to date, including action.
By the way, the record that he broke when he had 14 tackles against Toronto was held by Adam Bighill and Dante Marsh, tied at 13.
Here's Jennings airing it out and on the money. Well, that was corner right out of the Ricky Ray playbook. Burnham over 100. And Jennings close to 300.
Chip Cox has to take that inside leverage. Then he closes and can't really be in better position. I mean, that ball is put exactly where it had to be put. A 33-yard gain. A flick of the wrist for Jonathan Jennings.
Well, Brian Burnham having another huge night. Third 100-yard game of the year. Flipped out to Burnham again. He'll turn it upfield. Back into Alouette territory. And down to the Montreal 49.
Even that throw, while it seems like a much easier throw to make, it's not. I mean, if that throw is behind Burnham, he's the 3 receiver here. If that throw is behind him over here, then he has to turn and doesn't pick up these yards. It's thrown right in front so he can make the catch with his eyes upfield and look to where he wants to run the ball.
6 yards, so Jennings right at 300. 2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Boldevine pulled up and seems surprised by the throw.
Well, I'm not sure if Boldevine's been around for some time now, and did he not see it, or did he just put the brakes on, not think that his quarterback could throw it that far? Well, I guarantee he could throw it that far, because he just puts the brakes on and said, wow, he just threw it another 15 yards further.
And Jennings not happy with his receiver.
He's going to go talk to him and say, hey, just keep running. Don't worry about it. I'll throw it to the spot. I guarantee you that's what the conversation is right now.
So Leone looking for the pin on 3rd down. Line drive boot, and that one out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. Beyond the 10. And they're going to come out to the 17-yard line. So it's a 32-yard punt. Well, a lot of focus on Duron Carter coming back off suspension. Suits, I know yesterday you asked him about the suggestion he's not a good teammate.
Oh, yeah, I love my guys. I'll go out there, I'll do anything. Like, and they know that, you know. There's nobody says anything to my guys, you know. They're my guys. I protect them, you know. It's my team. I go out there and I'll do anything. I'll die out there on the field.
Showing a little frustration on the bench in that last BC drive.
Surprised they haven't gone at him more in this game. There's Nick Lewis over the middle. Another top catch for Big Nick. And every one of those grabs gets him a little closer to G-Roy Simon on the all-time reception list.
Yeah, starts as a tight end here. Just to the left of your screen, he disappeared, but he'll be back. Double clutches it. Took 4 tacklers to bring him down.
4th catch of the night. 84 catches away from Simon to be the all-time reception leader. G-Roy in the building here tonight after a scouting mission. Nato wrapped up by Bazzi, and there's the Marshall matchup. And Alex Bazzi has the sack and now has 10 on the year, and that's 15 in his last 15 games.
Alex Bazzi had a little bit of a sophomore jinx, but man, is he back. Look at that little swim move off the edge on Jacob Ruby.
3 years in the league now, 28 sacks in 33 games. Be in the conversation for top defensive player if this continues. Well, they throw back against the grain, and it's Terrell Sutton up to the 45 and beyond, and that's close to a first down. So the Alouettes may get a huge second down conversion.
Well, this is nice play calling here from Anthony Calvillo, and just to get Terrell Sutton. You know, if it doesn't work, it's sort of minimizing the damage after the sack and punting it away. And if your running back can make some things happen, and he's got some help out front. Nice lead block by Phillip Blake, and moves the chains in a second and long situation.
And it is a first down. At the 46. Lines up in the backfield. He'll take the toss. He's going to throw it downfield. He's got B.J. Cunningham, and Cunningham has it inside the 30-yard line.
Well, there's a way to get Duron Carter in the mix, and I asked him yesterday, because of all the rumors and discussions and the talk he had with Rakeem Cato, the incident during the practice week. I said, hey, there's a lot of people saying that you might not be a good teammate. You tell me, are you a good teammate or not? You heard the clip from him. Well, this is how you get him involved. Nice little trick play. Carter with the throwback against the grain.
And the longest pass play for the Alouettes of the game. 37 yards to Cunningham. High snap. Cato does a good job to bring it down. Now it's Beaulieu. And he is upended by Stewart along the sidelines. Half minute left here in the third quarter. And the Alouettes need a major to really cut into this Lion lead.
Well, and one way they can help themselves get there is to get the ball to 89. He's going to be putting him in this play, it looks like, back into the short side of the field. So he's going to go against the rookie and Anthony Gator unless they put him in motion.
Hard to imagine that the best second down receiver in the league is watching here on 2nd and 9. Cato drops it off. It was bobbled by Sutton. Are they going to rule that a fumble or not? Let's find out. Big Hill up with it.
It didn't look like to me he had secured that catch. That's a couple there, just missed by Terrell Sutton. You remember that one-hander? Well, that was tipped too by Mikhail Brooks.
Yeah. It is incomplete. Never had control. The final play of the third quarter. Farah on to attempt a 33-yarder. Trying to make it a 15-point BC lead. He is good. So it's 31-16. 45 minutes in. Jonathan Jennings recovering after that fumble recovery touchdown by Chip Cox. And the Lions with the lead headed to the fourth. Defensive touchdown for the Alouettes closed the gap, but the numbers for BC pretty impressive offensively tonight.
Yeah, bounce back from that fumble from Boldevine, and 131 yards passing for Rakeem Cato. Remember, it was 37 yards on that one play from Duron Carter, and I watched him a little bit in that third quarter, and Carter looked like he was starting to get a little upset, a little frustrated. Maybe Anthony Calvillo called that play specifically to get him back involved in the offense.
It doesn't look like he's been targeted as much as we would have expected.
Well, no, but the BC defense has to take some credit for that, because they're rolling to him, and why wouldn't you? I mean, he is the deep threat, the guy that can get in behind, but you could see that in a couple of the offensive meetings down there on the sideline, Carter's kind of been by himself at the end of the bench with that towel on.
On the other side, Jonathan Jennings at 300 for the first time in 4 games. In fact, he's been under 200 passing in 2 of the last 3. But the fourth quarter has not been kind to Jim Pop's Alouettes so far this year.
When trailing going into the fourth quarter this year, it's happened 7 times and they're 0-7. They just haven't been able to finish, and now they got to not only finish but mount a comeback.
Well, if you're Montreal, it starts with a stop here on 2nd and long. Jennings throwing to the wide side, and Greg Henderson brings down Boldevine as the ball popped loose again. He's going to be a yard short of the first down.
Great stunt here from John Bowman as Noel Thorpe just goes with a little bit of a change-up, and he brings Bowman. He's outside of your screen right now, just to the right, but you'll see number 7 come all the way back around, go down Main Street. He causes the problems for Jonathan Jennings.
It's the second 2-and-out of the night for that Lions offense. So Leone. That's a better punt by Leone. Driving Logan back inside his 10. And Logan just beyond the 15-yard line, well covered by the Lions. 57-yard punt for Leone, his best of the night. So you saw the body language on the sidelines. You see what Duron Carter is able to do on this series. Cato's gone all the way.
I was pretty blunt with him yesterday. I said to Carter, are you a good teammate or not?
Story out today that suggesting that on other teams that teammates have not been happy with him. Gonna look that way this time, and he's open, and he brings it down. Did he get a foot down? Yes, he does, with the catch at the BC 54-yard line. That's what he's talking about, a 40-yard catch.
Well, Milt Stiegel talked about it in the pregame show. He said, yeah, you cannot deny his contributions on the field. If he can just keep his focus and his feet are in bounds there, that's a great throw and catch. Over the outside shoulder, Carter keeps the left foot in. I mean, the guy physically is dominant.
That's the second time he's made a great catch on the sidelines, got his feet in. B.J. Cunningham's got a catch. And quickly, the Alouettes have moved inside the BC 40-yard line. 40 to Carter, 16 to Cunningham.
Those two plays alone probably just shelved the frustration for Duron Carter. And now he's just back into regular game mode. And the Alouettes need him there.
2 touchdowns and 1 2-point convert behind. Mark Washington trying to put the brakes on this promising Alouette drive. Double tight ends. Back to Sutton. And Sutton off the left side. Down to the 33. Second and medium. And a big play upcoming to try and keep this going.
Calvillo has gone to some screen plays in this scenario, but Nick Lewis would be the #1 target if I'm a betting man. His second down production.
5 receivers, short drop, plenty of time, and catch made. Cunningham holds on, and it's going to be, well, let's see, decent spot.
Montreal spot there from the officials in his forward progress.
Let's take a look at, he got driven back on the play. Let's see where he makes the catch. Had to get to the 28.
Yeah, just take a look. He's right at the marker now. He gets hit. Yeah, I think the spot was pretty accurate. Yeah, bang on that line. Just a little bit short possibly, but yeah.
Chain link left.
No, I thought they got the spot right there. Precise route running from B.J. Cunningham. I mean, he'd like that extra foot to make sure that he got the first down, but this should be one that the Alouettes can go ahead and fall behind center and get.
Vernon Adams, the short-yardage quarterback with a Lion connection, acquired from BC for a First round draft choice in 2017 off the Lions negotiation list. And a guy a lot of people in football think, yeah, could be a terrific CFL quarterback.
Well, Jim Bob, he certainly thinks so. That's why he's on the roster, but others too.
Alouettes 10 of 13 and 3rd and 2 or less, and Adams is going to get it. Didn't need much.
We've talked at length about Bo Baldwin, the coach of Bo Levi Mitchell in college, Mike Riley in college, Matt Nichols in college, and also coached in his first couple of years Vernon Adams. And reading an article recently about the quarterbacks and the coach, and he said actually of the 4 of them, he felt that Vernon Adams was one of those guys that could actually become better than the other 3. And you look at Bo Levi Mitchell's win-loss record to start his career at the pro level, that's saying something. He said he's not necessarily a great practice player, but Vernon Mitchell is a gamer.
Boy, they
got Vernon Adams.
Stayed committed to the ground game tonight. Terrell Sutton off the left side. Big Hill, another tackle with some help from his sidekick.
And who knows? I mean, Rakeem Cato has taken the starting job from Kevin Glenn for this game in BC, and Montreal wants to stay with this youth movement, then we may see some Vernon Adams Jr. as this season gets into the second half of the stretch run.
Best looking drive of the night for the Alouettes. It started on their 16. 7th play upcoming, and they look at 2nd and 5. Trying to keep it going. Through the reads. Anybody open? Cato won't get the necessary yardage. Alouettes closed down on him. And it's 3rd down, and the field goal team does come on with still plenty of time on the clock.
Yeah, I think it's pretty early to go ahead and try and gamble here against this BC defense. Take the points now, and the Montreal defense also playing better in this second half, have scored in the second half on a scoop and score from Chip Cox. So I think you take the points here. I just noticed, though, Nick Lewis running off the field without moving one of his arms. I'm not sure if he's injured, or let's see if Lee can check that out.
Anthony Farah from 30 out. It is good. And it's now a 12-point BC lead. Alouettes chipping away a bit. But Brian Burnham's had a huge night. 6 catches, 138 yards to help pace